MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Chicago Cubs and the Milwaukee Brewers. Major League Baseball on the Show starts now. Eric Lauer, an Ohio-born left-hander, gets the starting nod. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, Matt, you know, that fifth inning can be an awful demanding inning for a starting pitcher. It's kind of like Wednesday being the hump day during the day of the week. Every starter knows they have to go 5 innings to qualify for a win. He wasn't particularly good in his last one, taking the loss, and I'm sure he's hoping for a much better fortune in this one today.
First delivery to him on the way. Underway now in the Sunday finale as the game's first pitch is taken for ball 1. Dan, D-Row, these Brewers, as they begin play here this afternoon, they have not been playing their best baseball of late as they've dropped 4 of their last 5.
Yeah, Matty V, it hasn't been a very good homestand. And D-Row, through the first 5 games of this set, 1-4, that's not going to get it done at this level.
Yeah, and have lost in a variety of ways, whether it be on some bad pitching, some mistakes in the middle of the zone, untimely defense, not swinging the bats well. They have to find a way to get this win today.
2-1 after the foul ball there. Our temperature 74 degrees as we get things started this afternoon. And a little off to begin the afternoon as it's to 3-1 now.
He's only 4 pitches in, but he doesn't look too sharp to start the day off.
And the count will be full. And that misses, ball 4. So a good battle to begin the ball game today, but the leadoff man will reach first anyway.
And don't forget, he lost his last time out, so he wants to get off on the right foot here. The last thing he wanted was to walk the leadoff man.
Digging in next will be Chris Bryant, swinging it well so far in this series. He's 3 for 9. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And there's a line drive, base hit to left field.
That's what we refer to in the biz as a hanger right there. He's lucky he's getting his baseball back.
Striding into the box, Anthony Rizzo. Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going. First pitch of the at-bat.
Yep, that ball went out.
So let's take a peek at the officiating crew in this one. Behind the plate is Kenny Jansen.
Hey, the book on Kenny Jansen, D-Road, not a very big zone, but he will give you that low pitch below the knees.
Yeah, and he's consistent. You're okay with that as an offensive player. He wants to give that pitch below the knees. If this pitcher can execute consistently, you better make the adjustment.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. Schwarber on second. Bryant at first with no outs. 2-1 pitch is a slider taken for a called strike 2. Here now the 2-2.
To be honest with you, I'm a little bit more afraid of the guy on deck than the guy that's up right now. If I'm on the mound, I want this guy up right now. He's the guy that's got to beat me.
Comes with the fastball, but it's outside for ball 4.
At this rate, he's going to set some kind of a record for walks issued in a game, or he'll get an early hook. We'll see if he can settle down here and start to find the strike zone, or if he continues to struggle.
Into the box, Wilson Contreras, as we take a look at the splits between April and May. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And here's a fastball called for strike one.
Pitcher on the mound has to find a way to minimize damage right here. Got to believe he's willing to trade 2 outs for a run.
Nope. And it's 1-1. Line down the left field line, but this is going to get foul. Needs a punch out here. Can he get it? Not just yet. It's ball 2.
He might have to look for a different way to put this guy away on 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times, so he might be looking for it.
Popped him up. Healy handles it, and there's one gone. With that, a look at the Cubbies' starting lineup. Dero, what's your take on this team today?
Well, Matt, going into this, looking at both lineups, they're both hot right now, and they can both swing the bats. We probably got a slugfest on our hands. What pitcher's going to make the big pitch? A big spot, execute something to get his team off the field. Otherwise, probably a team with the last at-bat's going to win this one.
Albert Almora comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. And obviously a big spot here with the bases loaded, so he'll step out to rethink things. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Grounded to third. This could be 2. To second for 1. And a good save at first on the offline throw, but they just get 1. The tag, and they got him coming back to third. A run, a hit, and a man left. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. The Cubs are on top, 1-0. John Lester starts the game on the mound for the third and final game of the series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, one of the things this guy does really well, neutralize the left-handed hitters. On the season, lefties are hitting under 250 against this guy, so whatever he's doing against lefties, it certainly works.
Now the first pitch here from Lester. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. Dan, Dero, the Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon, they've been playing better than 500 baseball of late, 5-3 in their last 8 games.
Yeah, Matty, this team has been playing really well right now, and this is case in point. Chance to jump out again to another 1-0 lead. They've really been doing that. They've been on attack, early offensive, almost ambush-like approaches to their at-bats, and it's working for them.
Time now for a look at the hometown Brewers starting lineup. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
You know, I think everyone should keep an eye on Christian Yelich. He had 20 ribbies last month. That's RBIs. That's ribeye steaks. However you want to put it, he drove in 20 men. When you're doing that over the course of a month, that's some pretty consistent hitting.
1 ball, no strikes the count. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And that's too high, ball 2.
Really high curveball right there. Struggling with the release point. That's the key to the curveball, figuring out and finding that release point.
And he watches this one in there for a high strike.
Not the ideal location for a changeup up in the zone, but he got away with it.
This is flared right back over the mound. And there's out number 2.
Batting third, the right fielder, Christian Yelich.
And here's Christian Yelich now, and he's got that batting line up near the 300 mark entering play. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a check swing here, but he clearly went around on a pitch that would have been a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Might have thought about it here, but he lays off the breaking ball inside. It's even at 1.
Hey, curveball that kind of backed up on him right there. Might have popped out of his hand just a little bit earlier than he intended.
And he fouls this one off. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. 1 inning in the book. Stepping into the box, Nico Horner. He too had 3 knocks in yesterday's win. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Line towards center field. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So a base hit to kick things off here, and there's a man aboard to start out their half of the second.
Sometimes the first pitch is the best pitch you'll see all at bat. Definitely coming out of his shoes, aggressive style. First pitch, base hit up the middle.
Throw over to the bag, and he'll be back in standing up. Here's Jason Hayward now. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Hayward, or often just J-Hay, who was selected in the first round back in the draft of 2007.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
Nobody out, runner on first. Bounce to first. Oh, terrible bounce, and it goes right by him. Only play to the pitcher covering, and the runner moves into second on the play.
So here's how the Brewers are positioned defensively. And guys, what I want you to focus on today is this is one of the new age teams in the game that really rely on statistics and the numbers. And the numbers tell them that they're a better team defensively, moving guys around and shifting as much as they can.
Pulled high in the air out to left field. Garcia will get there with ease as he puts it away for out number 2.
Batting ninth, the pitcher, John Lester.
Now at the plate, John Lester, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Has a look, now the pitch. Towards second, and this will be put away easily for the out. One left for the Cubs, and after an inning and a half, it's 1-0. So here is Avisail Garcia. He's hitting just above the banner 300 mark on the season coming into this one. Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone. Called strike at the knees, 1-1. Here comes the pitch for Garcia.
2-1.
In the air, down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. Here now the 2-2. Is looked at and the count moves full.
Wow, talk about a waste pitch on 2-2. That one wasn't even close. I don't know anyone that would have swung at that pitch.
And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play.
A really nice play by the first baseman right there. Two parts of this play. Does a great job of knocking it down with a dive, and then a good feed and a flip to the pitcher, just like you work on it in spring training. PFP, pitcher's fielding practice.
Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. Lester has become known as a starting pitcher that frequently works deep into games. The kind of guy you want on the staff when your team needs some rest, because he tends to eat up innings all by himself.
Matt, every team is looking for a guy like this in a day and age where we're going to the bullpens more early and more often. You need at least 1 or 2 guys into the rotation that have the chance to get you into the 7th or 8th inning, and he's definitely one of those guys.
The first baseman,
Lester's ready. First pitch on the way. No balls and 1 strike.
You're lucky if you get 1 pitch a night right down the middle. Cannot be late on that fastball.
Here's a strike with the breaking ball. Second inning here as the Cubs lead this one early 1-0. And it's fouled away. Now a ball pulled hard but fouled off to the left. And the cutter got him swinging. Strike 3, and the side is retired. Gone in order are the Brewers. They're down 1-0. So it's back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring up the left-handed hitting Kyle Schwarber. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Schwarber connects and sends a ball to deep right field. Yelich going back to the track. A jump at the wall, and he's got it. Great play for the first out.
That was a pretty spectacular catch right there. A lot of guys mistime that jump because they're worried. About the wall coming on, but he got it just right and hauled it in. Great stuff.
Fouled off. The windup and the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. One out, nobody on. Inside as he might be trying to set him up here 1-2.
Hey, there's not a lot you can do with a slider breaking down and in unless you catch it way out front. I like the idea of taking it and making the pitcher bring you something a little more hittable.
And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2.
The first baseman,
Anthony Rizzo stands in now. Reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. 0-1 the count. And now a pitch on the way. Down and away, ball 1.
1-1. Ball 2.
Close pitch, but just a bit outside. He wanted it, but it's 2-1.
Hey, I hope that call doesn't throw him off his game right here. He's been pitching one heck of a game, and I'd hate to see the umpire get in his head right now.
The 2-2.
Count is 3-2.
Wilson Contreras would be next. 2 out, nobody on. Line to the right side. But this will be pulled in out there at second base, and that'll be that. Cubs are down in order, but they lead it 1-0.
We're back now for the Brewers' third turn at bat, and unfortunately for them and their fans, this lineup hasn't really found its stride this season. One coach told me before the game, there are certainly plenty of areas for us to improve offensively, but first and foremost, we need to start by putting the ball in play more often. There's too much swing and miss in our game. And the stats do back that up, as they currently rank near the bottom of the league in strikeouts, so that appears to be an area of emphasis going forward, guys.
Thank you, Heidi. Digging in now for the Brewers, Manny Pena, 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. A ball and a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
In there, 1-2 now.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
High and deep down the left field line. And that's going to land foul. The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2.
That's a classic piece of pitching right there. You have to back hitters away from the plate to make them a little bit uncomfortable. Now you can go inside or outside. I like that purpose pitch.
Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Had to protect there with 2 strikes, and he just got it off the end of the bat. Not much of a problem for the infield at that point.
So 1 away here with the bases empty, and stepping into the box will be Luis Urias. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch, and that one got a piece of him. Stepping up to the plate, Eric Lauer. And they'll try and play for 1 here as he gets this one down. And they'll put the tag on him going to first, but the sacrifice is successful.
Sacrifice was in order right there as he gets the bunt down right there. And sometimes it's easier to just tag him instead of making that throw to first base.
Swinging a ball pulled hard down the line and left. It's down for extra bases, and the Brewers have their first hit of the game. He's in at second safely as a run comes across to score on the play, tying the ball game.
Cliches are around for a reason, and that hit right there is a reason they say baseball is a game of inches, right? Just barely fair, but that's not much consolation to the guy standing on the mound. Nice RBI 2-bagger.
And a fastball's in there for strike 1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. And this ball is popped up, drifting back behind the mound. Bryant will put this one away, and the side is retired. Brewers get a run on the RBI double. We played 3 full, all even at 1 apiece. Now at the plate, Wilson Contreras. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
This guy's been throwing the ball great so far, but it's going to be tested here. 4, 5, and 6 coming up this part of the lineup.
Contreras in front, 2 balls and no strikes. Now the 2-0 home. Down the third baseline, but this will get foul. 2-1. Now the pitch. Trying to nibble here, and he misses to run it full now. 3-2. Swung on, but it's pulled foul wide of third. Once again a 3-2. And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin stanza number 4.
And I'm sure the manager is just fine with that. I mean, it's better to battle a slugger like that to the end and end up walking him than serving one up where he can really hurt you.
Stepping in, Albert Almora. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Hit in the air to right field. Yelich is under it. 1 away.
The batter, the shortstop, Nico Horner.
Now at the plate, Nico Horner. He singled his last time up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hit in the air to straightaway center. Kane is there. 2 gone.
The batter, the right fielder, Jason Hayward.
So that'll bring up Jason Hayward. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
Man, this guy's been incredibly efficient so far in this one, mostly because he's getting ahead. 70% of the batters he's faced, he's thrown a first pitch strike to.
Off the plate,
And there's ball one. 1 run, 2 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. And now a good slider that doesn't quite catch the zone. It's 2-1 now. '50th pitch of the game on its way. And he fires a fastball now for a called strike 2. Sent on the ground out to second. Scooped up. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. Cubs strand 1. Will go to the bottom of the 4th, tied 1-1. Bottom of the inning now, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, Christian Yelich.
The right fielder.
First pitch on its way.
Yelich.
A ball and no strikes.
Hey, struggling to find the release point of that curveball. That wasn't a very good one. Somehow he's just got to find that field because that's a pitch he's going to need going forward.
Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Therefore, it is Hayward now, 1 away.
The left fielder, number 24.
So here's Avisail Garcia.
Garcia.
Now the first pitch here from Lester. In there for strike 1, 0-1. High in the air and deep to straightaway left. Gone! It's a solo home run here from Avisail Garcia, number 14 on the season, and the Brewers take a 2-1 lead.
I know hindsight's 20/20, but you can't throw that pitch to that guy. Don't forget, he homered yesterday, so you know he's locked in and ready to roll up there. We'll see if he learns from that mistake.
Next in at the plate is Ryan Healy. Yes, he'll take a look at ball 1.
Healy.
Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, and that's in there. Base hit. Around first, he's digging for second. And he's in there easily at second with a 1-out double.
And that's the chance you take when you lay out for a ball like that. You make the play and you're a hero on the highlight shows. You miss it and you're picking yourself up and chasing after it.
Jed Jerko is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1. Jerko in front, 2 balls and no strikes.
Great situation to be up at the plate right now, but if you're on the mound, there is absolutely no reason to give in to him. Stay on the outer quadrants of the plate and don't get beat in the middle.
Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hit out towards second. Happ scoops it up. And it's in time to get him. But 1 run is in to score on the play.
And here with the infield back, they were giving him the run on a ground ball, so he just takes advantage of that and drives the run home. Good approach.
This pitch is popped up, and Rizzo able to make the catch, and the inning is over. So it's 2 runs here on 2 hits, with one of them being the home run. On to the top of inning number 5 we go. Milwaukee leads it 3-1. Back here in Milwaukee at Miller Park as we check in with Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cubs to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. They've already worked out 3 walks, so he feels as though that kind of willingness to let the opposition work themselves into trouble will continue to result in good things for them on the scoreboard.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. And that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. He'll get his side started in the inning, and Dan, so far they've been stifled offensively since the first inning.
Boy, they sure have, Matt. They came out of the gates and got hot right away, but whatever was going for them pretty much has disappeared. We'll see if they can wake it back up.
fouled away. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out.
Well, this has been a completely different performance from the offense that we saw yesterday. They were looking like the 27 Yankees 24 hours ago, but they've been held in check so far in this one. That's kind of how baseball goes, though.
So now to the plate, John Lester. Popped him up. Pena has a play, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
The batter, the left fielder, Kyle Schwarber.
Back to the top of the order now, and next it'll be the left-handed power threat, Kyle Schwarber. Curveball just misses apparently. 1-0. Schwarber stands at 6 foot even. Bats left, throws right. This is his 6th season for him in the big leagues. And they won't get him to chase the curveball in the dirt that time, and it's 2-0 now. Pulled high in the air out to right field. After it is Kane. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. They still trail it here 3-1. And that'll bring forth Luis Urias. No official at bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Ball 1, no strike.
Hey, you think the game plan is to pitch this guy inside? They plunked him in the first at bat, and they're clearly coming right back in again.
Count now, a ball and a strike. Seared down the first baseline, and Rizzo won't get to this one. It's a fair ball. And the Brewers get a man into scoring position on the leadoff double.
So with your pitcher due up next, you can either have him bunt, or you can even think about having him show bunt to draw the corners in and then let him swing away. Depends on how much confidence they have in him with a bat in his hands.
At the plate now, Eric Lauer. And a good decision there to sweep this away in foul territory and make him try it again. He did his job and laid down the successful sac bunt in his first appearance. Contreras is there, and he'll bring this one in.
The center fielder, number 6, Lorenzo.
So digging in now, Lorenzo Cain. It was an RBI double for him in his last turn to the plate.
Yeah, he jumped all over that first pitch last time up. Interested to see if he has the same approach this AB.
A 1-1 count to the Brewers leadoff man.
You can really tell about how effective this guy's going to be when guys are swinging at that changeup. So far in this one, they've been real smart to let it go.
1 out and a runner on second base. Just off the inside part of the plate. It's 3-1.
You know, I kind of see why his ERA is so high coming into this one. He's just putting these guys in too many good hitters counts. That'll catch up with you real quick.
And a full count to Cain. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Just hung in there on that one. And that misses, ball 4. So with 1 out, that'll at least set up the double play possibility here that could get them out of the inning.
And with first base open, the last thing he wanted to do was give him something to hit in the heart of the zone. So no harm done. Force out anywhere now.
Orlando Arcia is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. Oh, and look out as this runs in and gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one.
As a manager, you never really want to put a man on by a hit by pitch, but you absolutely hate to have it happen when it loads the bases. Now the pitcher is looking a little shaky, and the threat of a big inning is very real.
2-0 now.
That's inside.
Nowhere to put anybody. 2-0 count, not a good spot to be in as a pitcher.
A shot down the first baseline. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. 3-1 our score as we play inning number 5. And he fouls this one off. And a strike 3 called. My gracious, what a pitch with the bases loaded, and there are 2 away now. So the bases are loaded here, 2 men gone, and that'll bring up Avisail Garcia. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Ready with the 1-0. Swing, and he pops him up, and this should get him out of it. And that'll get down for a base hit. 1 run is scored, and he is in there.
Boy, this guy's having a great game here so far, D-Row. Home run earlier in the night, and that base hit right there drives in his 3rd run batted in of this game.
Yeah, you drive to the park every day hoping your rhythm and timing is on point with that pitcher's windup, and that's exactly been the case today. He not only mixed in that big bomb, but now he's got 3 ribbies to boot.
Hit out towards second. Happ picks it up. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. Brewers are out in front, 5-1. Here's Chris Bryant now, and Dan, he and his fellow top-of-the-order hitters haven't really offered much help for this lineup so far.
No, your 1, 2, 3 guys are the ones you look to generate a lot of action, and they just haven't been up to the task so far in this one. Still time for them to turn it around, though. We'll see if it happens.
Garcia is there, and he has it for the out.
Well, he hit that ball pretty well, but the only problem was that he pulled off it just a bit. The location was a little on the outer half, so he would have hit it even better if he would have stayed through the middle of the field with it.
And that'll bring Anthony Rizzo to the plate. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here. Outfield shaded toward right center. Here's the first pitch.
0-1, no strike. Ball.
Pitching isn't always about getting everyone out. Sometimes it's about being smart and knowing when to pick your battles. He's been really careful with this hitter so far, and rightfully so.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch.
Ball back outside.
There's ball 4.
Take the base.
The catcher, number 40, Wilson Contreras.
Next to hit will be Wilson Contreras. It was a walk in his last trip. He's set. Here it comes. Some activity out in the bullpen now as a couple of left-handers begin to stir. We're in the 6th inning now of a 5-1 ball game. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. And this is on the ground is short. Could be 2. 1 there. On to first. It's a double play as their woes continue. The inning is over. Nothing across here this half of the inning. 6th, 7th, and 8th place hitters due up in the bottom of inning number 6. The Brewers lead this one 5-1. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And here comes the first baseman, Jed Jerko. And there's the good fastball from Lester as he jumps ahead. No balls and a strike. That's in there. And he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. Hard hit to first. And a sliding effort there, but that ball had eyes, and the leadoff man's on base to start the inning.
Hey, you know what? You could slowly start to see that batter leak out over the plate. That was 3 straight pitches on the outer half, and he was able to dive out there and get an opposite field single. Nice job.
No hits to this point. And here's a ball hit in the air. But this will land untouched. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And he just couldn't keep that ball fair as it winds up a long foul ball. Five runs, 6 hits, and no errors on the Milwaukee line score so far. The count is 2-2 to the Brewers catcher. And now this ball's lifted in the air down the right field line, but this will get back into the seats, so the count holds at 2-2. Here's a fly ball, well hit, giving chase is Almora, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
The batter, number 2, second baseman, Luis Urias.
Into the box now, Luis Urias. Off the plate and away there, 1 ball, no strikes. Swung on and missed on a pitch at the thumbs, a ball and a strike. On the ground is short. This could be 2. He's got it. And there are 2 away now.
Here's one that you don't see too often, right? Safe at second base, but out at first. Great hustle there from the runner going into second. Really showed off his speed.
Throw in time, and the side is retired. Milwaukee leaves 1. They lead this one, though, 5-1. At the plate, Albert Almora. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Breaking ball below the zone. That's ball 1. One and 2 now as that's in there at the knees.
I know it's cliche and it's tired at times, but a well-located fastball down at the knees is still the best pitch in the game.
Ready on 1 and 2.
Nope, outside.
And it's late to his afternoon of work, and the longer this at bat goes, the better chance of him making a mistake. But as a guy starts to tire, they're more likely to leave the ball up. But man, he's been good so far.
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
I always like watching pitchers that attack with their fastballs until there's a reason to start mixing it up. He hasn't needed many of his secondary pitches so far in this one, and there was another good fastball for a strikeout there.
7th inning here in a 5-1 ball game. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Hopped up. And he'll put this away for the 2nd out.
Now batting, the right fielder, Jason.
Ready now, Jason Hayward. Couple of ground outs on his batting line in 2 trips so far. Pulled toward right center field. Kane is after it. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Last half of the 7th here, and coming forward the veteran outfielder Lorenzo Cain. And a good fastball there, but this just misses the zone for ball 1. And he popped him up back into foul territory behind first, and no one will track it down. The 1-1. bouncer up the middle. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
1-0 the count. Kane runs. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Giving chase is Almora. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
Up next to Milwaukee, the right fielder, Christian Yelich.
One away for the Brewers in their half of the seventh. And up next, the sweet swinging left-handed hitting outfielder Christian Yelich. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. And that'll get over the wall. So forget about sending the runner. It'll be second and third now with only one away. Avisail Garcia will stride in again, and you can bet he'd love to do again what he did back in the fourth. A solo home run here that's been the only long ball of the game so far. And it looks as though the decision makers in the dugout will give him a free pass to first, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk, and the force play is now in order. Ryan Healy comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Racing back the left fielder. Gone! It's a grand slam. So he will touch them all on the grand slam. Home run number 2 for him on the year as they've widened this lead to 8 now. Here's Jed Jerko now, and the starter remains out there despite just allowing the long ball. We thought maybe they'd go and get him, but no indication of that yet.
Yeah, to me, that home run was a sign that he's starting to get a little bit tired out there. It was a good pitch to hit, and it's typically the command that starts slipping when you're fatiguing a little bit. So I can't see him being out there much longer.
1-1 the count to the Brewers' first baseman. And this one's high and tight, backing him up 2-1. To 2-2 now.
His heater's got some late ride through the zone. A lot of late swings right now. You're only going to get to that pitch if you get the front foot down early.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch-out. Jed Jerko becomes the second out of the bottom of the seventh. Manny Pena is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. A high strike there, and it's 1-1. 1-2 now as this catches the outer half. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Not what he wanted to do there with the slider as it misses well above the zone. 3-2 pitch. And a fastball misses there. Ball 4. Digging in once again, Luis Urias. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Line to the right side. But that's a foul ball. And it's fouled away. And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as this side is retired. But now the skipper's on his way out.